So you saved your first $2,000. Congratulations. People may try to play you like that's not a lot of money, but less than 50% of the US even has $2,000 available to cover any sort of emergency expense. And if I were to give a lot of people $2,000, they would blow it on a vacation, shoes, clothes, or whatever the case may be. But what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to tell you how I took my first couple $1,000s and flipped it into a business that's consistently bringing me 5 figures a month. So I'm not going to sit here and waste your time. Let's get straight into the video. So all I'm doing is I'm flipping phones. I'm buying phones for below market value and reselling them for a profit. Now, there are two sides to this business that I want to tell you about. There's the hustler side and there's the business side. I'm going to explain to you real quick why I don't want you to run the hustler side. When it comes to the hustler side of this business, a lot of people get stuck in an endless loop. Since all phone flipping is buying phones for below market value and reselling them for a profit, the second that you make a smart buy, you're putting money in your pocket the minute you sell it. So if you're only sourcing phones on Facebook Marketplace or eBay or OfferUp or whatever the case may be, the second that you hit your first $150 to $200 flip, you're going to be so high that you think that system can be replicated. But unfortunately, it can't be. If you're only sourcing phones on Marketplace, you can't really tell me how many phones you're going to get on a day-to-day basis because the market does fluctuate. And if no phones get posted, you don't make any money. So unfortunately, a lot of people get caught in the loop of feeling super high when they make that little $200, $300 profit and feeling super low when they don't purchase anything at all. Another thing about the hustler side of things is that you have no leverage when negotiating at all. The fact of the matter is that you can issue a bunch of lowball offers and some people may bite, but nobody has to sell to you. A situation I always like to present to people that are only buying and selling on Marketplace is this one. Let's say hypothetically you negotiate a phone down $150. The phone that you negotiated down on is about 30 minutes away, so you drive it thinking that you're getting a good deal. Upon arrival, you realize that the phone isn't in any bit of the condition that you thought it was going to be in, so you have to deduct more. You already docked $150 off this person's asking price, so you're going to have to dock another $100 if you want to make $50 profit on the device that you just drove 30 minutes to get. Now, this person's coming from Marketplace. They can sell to whoever they want. So do you really think they're going to take your offer of another $100 off when they don't even have to sell to you to begin with? If you think so, be my guest, but I just don't think that's an efficient way to do things. So from this hustler side of things, it's labor intensive because you're constantly refreshing Marketplace trying to get good deals, and you're already going into the deal at a disadvantage because the seller really doesn't have to give you the phone at all if they don't want to. Now, what I want to introduce to you is the business side of things. On the business side, you're going to be running Facebook ads. An ad running across your local area letting them know that you pay cash for phones. So now you're officially pitching a service that a customer can accept or decline. Now, there are a couple things that I do want you to factor in before you do start running paid marketing. It's very important that you take note of your location. If you're somewhere that only has 30,000 or 40,000 people, it will probably be smarter for you to market to more densely populated areas because the marketing aspect is all about eyeballs. You want to get in front of as many eyes as possible, and you want as many people to know that you're paying cash for phones and you're doing it today. So from this paid ad, you're going to have a bunch of people reach out to you with stock. Now, the difference between you and the hustler that I was talking about before is you now have some leverage when negotiating. The customer is officially seeing what you can do for them. And more likely than not, the people that reach out to you are motivated sellers. These are people that genuinely need your quick cash service, and they're a lot more likely to take the price that you give them. Unfortunately, people do have a lot of very poor spending habits. And in my experience running this business, there have been a lot of people that genuinely have to discern between having to pay rent or keeping their 516 Pro Maxes. So 1, you're having a lot more people reach out to you. 2, you have a lot more leverage when negotiating. And 3, there's an inevitable snowball effect from people seeing your ad and from you meeting with people. If you really want to be smart, you'll start giving out business cards to all the people that you meet with. So now you're building a brand around being a phone buyer in your area. And what you'll realize over time is that these business cards circulate. Word of mouth circulates. And you will continuously be 2 and 3 steps ahead of the person that is only buying and selling on Marketplace, like the hustler that we were just talking about at the beginning of the video. Now, I do want to mention one last thing when it comes to this business. The connecting piece for the business side of phone flipping is having direct buyers. If you don't know what a direct buyer is, all they do is they buy phones in bulk and they buy whatever you have. If you're only buying and selling on phones on Marketplace, you're probably limited to carrier unlocked devices or phones that only have a minor scratch or a minor crack, something that's not really drastic. But when it comes to iCloud lock phones, blacklisted phones, carrier lock phones, these aren't phones that you can really sell on Marketplace at a high rate. And from your paid marketing, you're not just going to be getting carrier unlocked phones. You're going to be getting whatever people have because they're looking for a quick dollar. There are going to be periods where meetups take up your entire day, where you're purchasing 10, 15 phones. And to list each one of those on Marketplace one by one is simply inefficient. And in some cases, the phones you pick up, you're not going to be able to list on Marketplace. But if you have a direct buyer, there will always be a price for whatever you buy. So now all your business is running paid ads, getting phones from motivated sellers, and selling the phones that you get to the direct buyer, taking that cash, reinvesting your profits, and the money will continue to stack up. As the money continues to stack up, you can start increasing your ad budget. If you're running a good ad set, the more money you spend, the more people are going to reach out to you. The more people that reach out to you, the more money you can make. And now you're slowly walking through the gateway of having a scalable system of flipping phones for profit. Now, if you made it to the end of this video, I highly advise that you take action. There's not a lot of people that fail in this business from actually losing too much money. More often than not, people are genuinely just too scared to start. But I can tell you from experience, if you're marketing yourself the right way, giving business cards at the end of every transaction, moving all your phones to direct buyers so you always have cash on hand, you will inevitably make more and more money over time with this business. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, but this is something that can bring you steady cash for a very long period of time. Now, if you do want one-on-one help from me or my business partner scaling your phone flipping business or getting started, you can just click the first link in the description. It'll take you through a couple of videos, and there's a link where you can book a call and we can see if you're a good fit for the program, because we're always ready to help. But with all that being said, I appreciate you guys making it to the end of the video. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and share if you can. Don't be scared to take that $2,000 and turn it into something greater. Go out, buy and sell your first phone. And I can almost guarantee you that over the course of 3 months, if you're running this thing correctly, you will have $10,000 by the end of it. But with all that being said, it's been Ace, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.